Hello, I am Sophronia Scott, Director of the Alma College MFA in Creative Writing, and this is Faculty Friday. This is your opportunity to learn briefly from the amazing faculty that we have in our program. And today I'm delighted to introduce you to Robert Vivian. And he has been on the Alma College undergrad faculty since 2001 in the English department. So we were thrilled when he agreed to come over and be with us in the MFA program. Bob was born in Denver, Colorado, raised in Omaha, Nebraska, and he is nothing if not prolific, hugely prolific. His plays have been produced in New York City. His poems, essays, and stories have appeared in numerous literary journals. He's published 4 novels, has 2 books of meditative essays. His most recent published books are All I Feel Is Rivers and an anthology co-edited with Joel Peckham called Wild Gods, the ecstatic in contemporary poetry and prose. Bob holds a Bachelor's of Arts and Master of Arts degrees from the University of Nebraska, Omaha, as well as a PhD from the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. Now, he has visited and taught in Turkey several times. So you will hear him talk about Turkey many times, heavily influenced by the works of Rumi. And in the summer, he tries to fly fish in northern Michigan every day. And when he can't, he dreams about it anyway. And he has taken students during our summer residency fly fishing. And the thing I wanted to talk with you about today, Bob, thank you for being here with me, is the fact that you have said that yes, you love fly fishing and it's important to take the students fly fishing, but it's not really about the fly fishing, is it?
It's, I have this, it's not in my study, but in the house, there's a saying by Henry David Thoreau: most men go fishing their entire lives and don't realize it's not, that they're not really fishing for fish. I just butchered that. But yeah, it's really true. And I've talked with a friend of mine who co-owns a fly shop up north. And we were talking one day and we get into these wonderful philosophical conversations. And he said, yeah, Bob, it's not just about the trout, which are beautiful. And of course, it's not a cliche, but it is a truism that trout can only live in beautiful places because they're so sensitive to their environment. But it's so much more than that. It's going to the river. It's the people you meet out in the woods who are almost universally their best selves. They're happy, they're open, they're relaxed. And I am beyond blessed. I know a lot of people in this world can't just jump in a car and go to a beautiful river. And, with COVID, people who were trapped in big cities and couldn't, I just can't imagine that. And I was able to just get into a car and drive to these incredible places. And yeah, that beauty is so ineffable. And, I'm a very minor member of a couple of organizations whose mission is to preserve the Asable River. And it's only the anglers who are the last defense between fracking, between other incursions against the environment. And so, because the beauty is part of the ecosystem, you can't divide the two. And
why is it important for writers, for our students, to have this experience and to think about the questions that you're thinking about where they are in place, in a place like the Asable?
Well, to quote the thinker Matthew Fox, who was quoting a Navajo saying, one of the sayings of the Navajo is to walk the path of beauty. And that has always struck me so deeply, that that's what an artist tries to do, is to walk the path of beauty. And Matthew Dickman, the poet, he said to me once, he said, Bob, why is poetry often taught in such ugly classrooms? And I always raise that with students, like, do you think this classroom is beautiful? It's wired for everything, we can be plugged into everything, but invariably students say, no, it's not very beautiful. And I said, well, is that a problem? And it lends itself to this deeper discussion of what is the place of beauty in one's life.
Mhm.
And I think it was the great thinker Bell Hooks who said in one of her books that, and the beauty is the link between all of us, the rich and the poor, and that it's a universal human desire. And I would even go so far as to say it's a requirement for us. We need beauty.
Yeah.
We need beautiful places. We need to take care of them. And a lot of our nation's history is unfortunately not about taking care of beautiful places, but exploiting beautiful places. So I'm not sure if that fully answers your question, Froni, but
No,
I don't.
there is, it does in a way, because you're reminding me that one of the things as we were building the program that drew me to the spaces where we have the program is beauty, right? I love the Opera House ballroom because it's beautiful. I think it's important that we be in a beautiful space. Being up north in Roscommon, right, the northern woods of Michigan, that we are in a very beautiful place, and I think it allows us to be open, right? Being in beautiful spaces allow us to be open to the awe and wonder that I think writing requires, even when we're writing about hard things. I think we are supported by the environment around us, and to be aware of it. I went fishing with you guys, and it affected me deeply in a way that I did not expect.
Yeah.
I just standing in that water, right? Just standing, I'm like, my gosh, I'm in the middle of a river. How extraordinary is this?
Yeah.
And I still can't quite fathom it, but it told me that this is something I need to keep doing. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, I think that's important for writers to have experiences that kind of take them outside of themselves to question, and that is the food of writing.
Yes, and I totally agree, Froni. I mean, part of fly fishing for me is literally immersing yourself in that beautiful water. And I never, I have a wonderful partner, Tina. She doesn't fish herself, but she's so supportive of this obsession or whatever you want to call it. And she will tell me sometimes when I feel overburdened, you need to go fishing. I'm like, no, I have this and this. And she says, no, go fishing. And she's always right. I always come back a better person, calmer, happier, more relaxed. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think these beautiful places, they feed us, they nourish us. And of course, they're going to nourish our writing. It's that's almost a given.
Well, thank you, Bob. And to you, our listener, I hope you will come and join us in the beautiful spaces of the Alma College MFA program. We are accepting applications for our next residency. You can learn more about us at alma.edu/MFA. He's Robert Vivian. I'm Sophronia Scott. Thank you for being with us.